Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. It's so nice to be back with you today. I'm going to bring you one of my favorite recipes that I haven't made for a while, but it's really, really good. I'm going to bring you my Dr. Pepper cake. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Dr. Pepper, but the cake tastes completely different. Also, a trick, if you don't know about it, Dr. Pepper is delicious, heated up as a warm drink on a cold night. But anyhow, some people love Dr. Pepper, some don't, but that's one of the main ingredients we're going to use. I'm going to start off, I've just got a plain yellow cake mix, okay? I'm going to take my yellow cake mix, and I'm just going to put it right here in my mixer, okay? I'm going to put 3/4 cups of oil in here. Now, I've got a package of vanilla pudding, okay? I'm going to add my package of vanilla pudding, and I'm going to add my package of vanilla pudding in here also. Oops, well, if I don't spill half of it, I seem to be really good about doing that sometimes. Okay, quick fix. Then to that, I'm going to add 4 eggs. That's 1. This is 2. This is 3. And then 4. You probably don't remember the old slogan, I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, we're all Dr. Pepper too. I love Dr. Pepper, and this cake, I think you will like this cake also. I'm going to stir this up just a little bit, mix this up itself. Okay, that's just to sort of get it incorporated a little bit. I'm going to stop. Now, I've got my Dr. Pepper. It takes 10 ounces of Dr. Pepper. So I've got a beaker here that has everything on here. There's ounces and liters and milligrams and ounces, okay? 10 ounces. I guess I should pour it slow because I don't want it to fizz up on me. Okay. All right, I've got my 10 ounces of Dr. Pepper. And I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to use this later. I'm going to put the 10 ounces of Dr. Pepper in here. I'm going to turn my mixer back on slow and give it a chance to incorporate it. Oh, that vanilla and the Dr. Pepper, boy, that's a really, really nice smell. I'm going to mix that pretty well now. While that's mixing, I've got my bundt pan here. I'm going to take my bundt pan and I'm going to spray it really good. Don't forget to spray the center part here when you're spraying. Okay, I'll set that aside for a second. I'm going to stop this for now. And I've got about 3/4 of a cup or almost a cup of chopped walnuts. We'll pour those in there. I'm going to put this back stirring real lightly. Okay, I'll turn this off now. Maybe wipe this off my time here. Take this off. Slowly. Okay, I'm going to take my bowl off here. I'm going to scrape this down, make sure that I got all the batter off the bottom. Because remember I tell you, A lot of times when you're beating this, some of the actual flour might stay on the bottom. So I just want to make sure that I've got it all. And it looks like I have. Okay, then I'm just going to take my bun pan. I'm just going to start pouring my batter all in here. Get it all poured around. All right, I'm going to stop and scrape it down. Now I'm going to try to add the rest of it. Oh, this just smells so good. And this is a good fall recipe also. I mean, this, walnuts and a good cup of hot coffee with a Dr. Pepper cake. It would be really, really good. Or some hot cocoa. And like I said, even if you don't like Dr. Pepper, the cake is so unique, you won't realize it's Dr. Pepper. I'm just sort of shuffling this around a little bit to make sure that I get it all centered. And then I'm just going to shake it a little bit and tap it once or twice to get the bubbles out. Now my oven has been set on 350, and I'm going to bake this for almost an hour. So when the time's up, I'll be back and we'll take a look at our cake. Our beautiful Dr. Pepper cake, chock full of walnuts, is out of the oven, and it's been cooling now for about a half an hour. So I'm going to set this aside because we're going to make a glaze to put on top of it. I've got just some plain powdered sugar, confectionery sugar. I'm going to take about a cup of it. Doesn't have to be exactly, just about a cup. Okay, then I'm going to set this aside for a second. And then I've got almost out of my vanilla. I've got another bottle up there. I'm going to have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And that might be the rest of this vanilla. Sure it is. How about that? 1 teaspoon. Okay, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now, to that, I'm going to add just enough Dr. Pepper, a little bit at a time until I get it to the right consistency I want. So I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to stir a little bit. Now remember, when you're working with confectionery sugar, you can't add a lot at one time because it gets soupy really, really quick. Just a little bit more. All right, it's still a little thick, so I'm going to put just a tad bit more. That might have been more than a tad. But I think that's going to work. So I'm going to get this all nice and stirred up on here. It's got a beautiful golden color to it. All right, and then I'll bring my cake back over here. Now you can put this in a piping bag if you want to, but I just like to take it and just sort of run it around the cake. And it will fall off the edges by itself as I go around. Remember, you want to put some in the middle too, so it'll be down through the middle. And put some on the outside because we want to make sure that some of that drips over the side. Okay, now I could leave it like that, but I want to make it a little bit festive, so I have some sprinkles that are not bright colors. They're darker sprinkles. They're very, very tiny, and they remind me of fall. So I'm going to take this, and I'm not going to do a lot. I'm just going to add a few on here. It's greens and reds and sort of fall colors. And there we go. There's our Dr. Pepper cake. Now the true test, we're going to cut a piece of this and see what it looks like. So I'll slice it right down through here. And I'll put a slice right down through here. And we'll take this out. And there we go. See all the beautiful walnuts in there? And on this side. And now the true test. This is turn it over here. I want to get some of these beautiful walnuts. Let me get that beautiful walnut in here. It's got some of the icing on here. You would never know that this cake was made from Dr. Pepper. It is absolutely delicious, and it's a cake that you should try. With the walnuts and the coloring and everything for fall of the year, it'd be great. So I hope you'll try this. Thank you so much for letting me come back into your house today and share time with you. I can't believe how fast this year is going by. And I'm going to try to come more often because I've got some wonderful things for the holidays I want to share with you. So until next time, this is Jim Mann saying thank you so much. I appreciate your support. And if you're not following me on Facebook, look me up on Facebook and follow me on Facebook. Until next time, I send you a great big hug and say take care of yourself and God bless.